why is Fooly Cooly so Fooly? First, we'd have to figure out, what does Fooly Cooly mean? And to that, I don't fucking know. But what I do know is that I love Fooly Cooly. Most of you have probably heard about Fooly Cooly, mega popular OVA that released on Adult Swim in the West, notoriously hard to understand and runs with it perfectly. When Adult Swim airs it, you know it's gonna be some good shit. Adult Swim has always and will always only show bangers. Now, the first time you watch Fooly Cooly, you're probably not gonna fucking get it. Or the second, or maybe even the third. But you know what? That's fine. That's the fun part. No one really understands the whole thing. The show is flat out fucking weird, and it's great. But underneath the weird occurrences throughout the show is a more mature theme of growing up, getting stiffy with it, being more than what people want you to be, and how some relationships never work. And I enjoy all those themes a lot, but that's not really what I'm trying to talk about. There's a lot of people who have dissected it and explained it in a way better than I ever could. So, I'm just gonna talk about everything else and why it's awesome and you should totally watch it right now. Don't even watch the video, just watch the show, please. I'm on my knees. Wait! Just a moment. I would advise all of you watching to go ahead and watch the show. I wasn't fucking joking. Go watch it if you haven't. Try to go blind first time, and then you watch it again if you like it. It's really nice seeing all these themes and ideas come together around a second or third watch. And it's also just a really fun watch. Oh, then I don't want to watch it twice.
Man, shut your bitch ass up, nigga. Nobody asked you out a bitch ass thing. You better shut the fuck up before I knock your fucking head off your shoulders, old ugly ass.
It's like 6 episodes. You're fine. That's like 2 hours. You know how long Evangelion is? 8. It's 8 hours. And you're still not gonna know what just happened. So if you're thinking about watching Fooly Cooly, just do it. It's like no time at all. With that being said, I want to talk about the... Fooly Cooly is so astoundingly, incredibly, indubitably awesome, and the animation is absolutely no exception. There's a great base art style, which incorporates a lot of fast-paced action sequences, along with a bunch of, goofy shit. Like 3D shots, South Park, whatever the hell this is, fisheye lens, and just other goofy-ass shots. In contrast, there's also a lot of wonderful color mixing into it, which you'll find in most older anime from like the 90s and 2000s. In short, it just kind of slaps. It's very frantic, smooth, energetic, makes for funny sequences. It's just kind of the whole package. And, for that, it's goated. Just like the music is so fucking good, you guys. The show primarily uses songs from a band called The Pillows, which was just chosen by Kazuyo Tsurumaki, the creator, because he likes them. It fits the show really well, and the show honestly wouldn't be nearly the same without it. There are some faster songs, slower songs, songs that give off a specific kind of feeling. And it's just really good. Some of my favorites are the whole thing. Go listen to the whole thing right now. Aside from the soundtrack, it also has really damn good sound design. There's just normal good sound design that you'd expect in a good show, but there's also a lot of sound effects that give the show its certain twang. It's a lot of hitting, a lot of explosions, just kind of stuff like that. In the action sequences, it all kind of overlaps itself and becomes a really cool clusterfuck of sounds, of like characters shouting, music, and sound effects. It's super spontaneous and I love it. I also love the Fooly Cooly does many things right, but the biggest takeaway that you'll probably have is that the characters completely kicked ass. Everyone pretty much creams their jeans over these fucking characters, dude. They're really just that good. And a big part of that is mostly thanks to the characters being really, really relatable. And the characters I'm talking about are these three. I don't think anyone's gonna relate to the fucking dad. And really, to put it brief, Naota's bored with his life, Mamimi is lonely and her parents are divorced, and Ninamori hides behind a mask of her own quote-unquote maturity without actually expressing who she is, and just keeps upholding a false identity. Again, it's not hard to find these videos. I'm not really going to go too in-depth on those character traits. Maybe one day I'll do a video on, I don't know, Naota or something, but you know, another day. Big takeaway is that you will most likely find someone in the show that you can relate to, and then it just kind of brings you closer to the show. It's what brings most people closer. But what else brings people closer is the one who obviously steals the show, Haruko. Haruko is cool and strange and dangerous and very manipulative. She is by far the most fun character to watch, which is kind of a cool link between the audience and Naota. She brightens up Naota's boring-ass life with action, a robot coming out of his, head boner, his own hero fantasy, and giving him the physical void he lost with his brother going to America. She brightens up Naota's life, and she also brightens up the show for our own, personal viewing experience. It wouldn't be nearly as fun if they didn't have the robots and the action and all that. It's really what gives Fooly Cooly its spunk. I mean, she's really charismatic, she picks her ear with her toe, she wields a guitar, drives a cool Vespa, and is honestly just really fucking funny.
No! I must respect your brother's privacy! Huh?
She is the whole package. But another thing I want to talk about is the voice acting of the show, which is really, really good.
What are you talking about? What the hell are you talking about?
There is a fuck ton of yelling, and I think that the voice actors Barbara Goodson and Carrie Walgreens are big standouts, and they did a fantastic job with what they had to do. Another one of my favorite parts is that the characters just kind of ramble on sometimes, especially Haruko, but like, there's this part where she just goes,
That looks like kitty kitty. Yeah.
and then there's another part where, Mamimi, she just goes like,
Fooly Cooly, and you do googly googly and drooly drooly.
it's just random bullshit like that. That's also voice acted just basically to perfection. I love it. They did such a good job. And I can't imagine any of the characters having a different voice than what they have. For a 6-episode show, the characters are all great and partake in some. Weirdo shit is basically the best part about the show. It's so spontaneous that it's impossible to predict what would happen. And at the same time, you're gonna be looking like, huh? While you watch it. There are plenty of parts that I can't even wrap my head around after 3 watches. But you know what? That's alright. It's cool to just, sit down and enjoy the ride. You don't need to understand everything along the way. There's just gonna be some things that you do not understand. With that being said, this shit is weird. Boners coming out of forehead, spawning robots, dad branding a swastika, cat ears, huge hands, space pirates, never knows best, seaweed pirates, Fooly Cooly, fourth wall breaks, cat with big balls, giant dick, robot dog, sour juice, juice with pump, sexy heads, Amazon, little press cards, fake glasses, puss and boots, they got puss and boots.
Fooly Cooly!
I live for weird shit. I enjoy it quite a bit. And also, I'm a liar. There is one thing I wanna talk about extensively. As bad as Haruko is, she still taught Naota how to.
He hasn't swung the bat all game.
Nothing can happen till you swing the bat. But he's not the type to actually swing the bat, you know. You're back.
He swung the bat.
This section's gonna be a bit different. There's no script, no nothing. Just kind of freestyling. I'm free balling off the dome. Like I said before, the biggest takeaway, or one of, that you'll have is usually a theme or a character that will resonate with you the most. And what I believe resonates with me the most is episode 4's swing the bat metaphor. Now, swing the bat metaphor isn't exclusive to Fooly Cooly. It's been used in other media. Couldn't tell you which ones, but I just know it has. But to get the gist of it, episode 4 follows Naota as he is confronted with swinging the bat, literally and kind of figuratively. For the uninitiated, swinging the bat usually means trying, making the effort to do something, taking risks, instead of staying, where it's safe. And I'm sure a lot of people have trouble with that, me included, which is why it resonates with me the most. But in the events of the episode, they play baseball, he doesn't swing the bat whatsoever. And there's also a satellite come down to Earth, and he has trouble building up the courage to swing the bat there too, until Haruko finally teaches him how, and he does it. It heavily impacts the next episode as he gets a little more, outwardly confident, almost to a fault, but, it's all because he saved the world. He swung the bat. Obviously, swinging the bat in real life wouldn't give the same effect, but swinging the bat could be helpful. Like I said before, Naota's life is, boring as shit. And then it takes a big turn once he swings the bat. And I think that could happen, in real life too. I'm not the most social person out there. I have some friends that I love dearly, but besides that, I'm not a big talker. I don't do many things, I don't communicate, I don't really socialize outside of where I'm comfortable. Which, sometimes I'm fine with it, sometimes I'm not. It's whatever. I'm trying to, quote-unquote, fix myself and become a more, outwardly outspoken person. Talk to more people, swing the bat. And I think I'm getting there. I think I'm making some progress, but it's obviously not like the greatest progress of all time. I don't know, I still keep to myself for the most part. Sometimes I just don't want to talk to people and I get annoyed by everyone, which probably doesn't help my case, but it happens. But yeah, I think that swinging the bat is probably the best metaphor, and it obviously sticks with me the most out of all the themes you'll find. And it's really nice seeing Naota finally swing the bat and become, a more outspoken social person instead of the mostly lifeless husk that he is before. Not to mention that him actually swinging the bat is probably one of the coolest sequences in the whole show. I got this, shit's going down, got Crazy Sunshine playing in the background, and then he swings the bat, and then Haruko comes up and helps him swing the bat. He's not alone. And it's just a really cool sequence. Episode 4 is my favorite. It's just a really good episode. And I think that Fooly Cooly is very special. I think it's more than just a fun show to watch. And I think that anyone who has watched it will probably tell you the same thing. It's just, I don't know, it's deep with a lot of, what's the word? I don't know, I guess metaphors. It's symbolic. And I think that it's just a really good show. And it's also really short. It's a very short and sweet show. I enjoy it quite a bit. And I guess it's inspiring in a way to see him swing the bat. and maybe one day I will muster up enough courage to swing the bat myself. But another day. I guess that's it. For like the 4 people who watch this video, thanks. And then, if you watched Fooly Cooly, tell me, what you resonated with the most, if you want to, in the comments. I'm pretty curious to see what other people have drawn out of the show themselves. But yeah, see ya.